All right.
Hang
We're
on, everybody. Technical difficulties on Facebook's end. We will be momentarily back.
let's see.
All right. Wait, oh, I hate Facebook.
Okay.
We're on.
We're live. You just said I hate Facebook.
I love Facebook. Facebook is great. Facebook
All
is
right.
my friend, not a frenemy. Okay.
Okay.
Are
We're
we there?
we're live. I would like to know if when people are on, if they can see and hear. I'm showing it live. I just
We're
refreshed the screen.
back
Um,
and on. Okay. Let's see.
I'm just gonna refresh just to double check that I'm not
Okay.
seeing things. Yep.
I'm not seeing
Um,
you. All right. I'm not seeing us. I'm on our page. I not see us.
no, we're there. Did
I
you
not.
refresh?
No. All right, hang on. I'm going to my page now because it should be on my page as well. No.
It's there. I see
No,
it.
it's not.
We're live. I promise you. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
How
How
it
are you?
how was your Thanksgiving? Good?
Yes, it was lovely. It
Good.
was very, very nice. And ate some delicious turkey and all the other stuff that went along with it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
are you? Oh, there's Danny. Hi, Danny. Okay, I guess you're right,
Oh,
Lisa.
good. You could
So,
see us. We had technical difficulties, and
so
I, of all people, had to fix it.
better you than me. Let me tell you, you know that seriously. This was going to be a
Uh,
great super reel. I love
yeah.
Facebook. Facebook is my friend. Okay, here we go. All right, just saying. All right, frenemies. Frenemies. I think that we have frenemies that we don't even know about. We were talking about this before.
Yes.
Lisa says she doesn't know of any, but no one's going to tell you that they're a frenemy. But
I have a
sometimes,
couple ideas though.
okay, gimme.
I can't say who they are,
All right.
but I sense it, and it's one of those things where like when you know, you just be
If you
like,
know, you
ah,
know.
whatever.
Okay.
Like it
All
is
right,
what it
go ahead.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't do anything like because what are you gonna do? Like I don't,
I think
talk with them. I don't converse with them on a daily. So I
well
just let it
then
be.
Well, then are they really your friends or are they just acquaintances? Or they're like your inner circle, the A team, the B team, the C team, the D team, the forget it team, the I don't care
I
if
don't
it's
know.
team. What part of the team are they on?
They're not in the inner circle. They're not the circle.
Okay. So
They're
then
not
are
the
they
circle.
really a good friend?
No.
Well, then if they're not really a good friend, um, does it really matter if they're frenemies or not? Because what define all right, Lise, what defines a frenemy? Okay, let's start at the let's start at the very beginning.
God.
What okay. Danny says the old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yes, hardcore closer.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I agree with that. But what is a frenemy as opposed to a true friend? Because before we you answer that question, toxic relationships and frenemies have a lot of similarities, but they are on one's on one side of the fence and one side is on the other side of the fence. And the reason why I say that is because a toxic relationship can involve verbal, mental, physical abuse. And a frenemy, Danny says, is a phony, envious poser. Yes,
Mhm.
but a frenemy will offer their opinion when you don't want it.
Yeah. They're
And
but they're also passive aggressive.
yes, oh yeah,
They don't want to see you succeed.
yes,
They will say, "Oh, good for you." It really depends on the tone because the good for you and the really good for you is totally
yes.
different.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody that would say, "Good for them." When somebody else was exceeding, succeeding, excited
Mm-hmm.
about their future, whatever the case would be, and doing very well,
Yeah.
this person would be like, "Good for them." And it wasn't good for them. They weren't happy about it. They were not
No.
nice about it. And it's the passive aggressive, um, you know, good for them attitude that you know, but they're not close friends with you. So really, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter.
Well, where do I read this someplace that what people think of you really doesn't matter. It's what
No,
you think of yourself, which I think is very true. But a frenemy, I think, kind of has a rivalry with you. We were talking about this before, where we said, "I want you to do well, but don't do better than me."
they're
That's a
jealous.
frenemy.
They're
Yeah,
just it's jealous.
yeah. Or what about if you do bring something up, they get defensive, and it's like, "Well, you hurt my feelings." Well, you know,
Grow
so
up.
what? Who cares? Do they really care? People's opinions of you is none of your business. Yeah,
Yeah,
Danny, you got that absolutely right. But I think a true friend versus a frenemy, um, a true real friend, no matter the length of time, because we were talking about this before, because before the
mhm,
show we do a warm up, a really true friend will hear you out and hopefully try to rectify any kind of situation where your feelings might be hurt or you might have an
mhm.
issue with them. And a frenemy will just kind of blow it off
Yeah,
and get defensive and not really care and gossip about you. Or how about this is what a frenemy does, teasing and just said, "Oh, I was just kidding." No, no.
yeah.
Sometimes I think teasing is mean spirited.
That's also narcissism.
That's true. Oh my God, yeah,
They're
that's
all
true.
intertwined.
Well,
Um, I think that when somebody is, passive aggressive
yeah,
about, your life, what you do on a daily basis, your goals,
mhm, yeah,
it's a reflection of themselves that they're being that way because they're not happy, they're not successful,
hmm,
they are circling the same BS and they're miserable on the inside. So when somebody's miserable on the inside, they want to make other people miserable. If somebody else, a friend, coworker, acquaintance, whatever it may be, if you're doing better than them and they are not happy, they're going to be, you know, not nice to you, you know?
well, I think it comes from a very weak ego.
Mm,
Again, do well, but don't do better than me type of thing.
yeah.
And also, I feel like some people just enjoy hurting other people. Just some people just enjoy tearing people down, and I think it takes a while to build to realize you have a frenemy. Because initially, when you make friends with people, it's all lightness and sweet and all good.
Yep.
But sometimes it turns, and you wonder why it turns. Why? Are you in a rivalry for something? I have a frenemy that no matter what, if I disagree with something, this person will go, they'll send me stuff from Google. Well, this is why I'm right. Well, that's why I'm right. Why can't
Really?
yeah. Why can't I just
You're still
disagree
friends
with
with
you?
them?
Yeah, but we were talking about
Let's
letting
invite them on. I want to
go.
invite them on. Ah,
Yeah. Hey, Mary, how are you? Good to see you. But I just feel like a frenemy undermines you. And when somebody undermines you, they undermine your confidence. That's why a frenemy is not good for
mm.
you. But why would they be good for you? But they undermine your confidence. You start to question, is this person good for me? And then if you want to have a talk about it, you have to think about, is it worth keeping the friendship? And for
Well,
me,
if let me tell you something. If you get to that point and you think about that, then the friendship's done. Like
well, it happened.
I will tell you, I will give, you know, the benefit of the doubt. I
Mm-hmm.
will do that. But there comes
Yeah,
a time like once I'm done and I have no more words, you're dead to me. Like that's it. Like when I'm depleted, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and you're not a friend. I
mm-hmm.
don't you've seen that firsthand. I'm
Yeah.
just done. I've got nothing left in the tank to give. It
Well,
takes me a long time to get there, but once I'm there, I'm there. And you can't trust that person. So if it's like a coworker, okay?
mm,
So
yeah,
you're partners, you're working on a project, you're friends prior to this, but now it's like a sticky situation. You're doing really good on this project. You're going to present it to your employer, and your partner is mad because you did such a great job on your part that they want to sabotage you. And that becomes frenemy.
Absolutely.
Freneminess.
Oh, you made a new word, freneminous. I think
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
the friendship's tainted, the partnership's tainted. So
mhm,
you can't trust that person. They're passive aggressive.
yeah.
They're miserable for whatever the reason. So then, how do you what do? You work with the person.
Um, that's a really hard question because if I
Yeah.
worked really hard on a project and somebody else maybe took the credit for it, I'd probably go to my superior and say, my superior, how old am I? I would go to my boss and say, hey, I really did this. I really worked on it. Here's my notes. And I would probably do that because that just rankles me. And Mary says that happens in the corporate world all the time. I'm sure it
Yeah.
does, but I'm not going to let somebody else that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't, that wouldn't work for me. But I
I
do have a
had somebody reach out about that. That's a thing.
okay.
That scenario. That was a scenario that somebody reached out about, you know? So like
Uh huh.
what do you do though? I don't know. Besides that,
I would go
I wouldn't
I'd
know.
go to
That
my
wouldn't be
boss.
enough for me. That wouldn't be enough. Like I would go to the person and be like, what the hell?
I would go to the boss first because then telling the person that hey, that's kind of uh, the, telling them that you're upset, and they might make a different scenario to the boss to say, hey, listen, so and so is going to come to you or might come to you with this scenario and it's not true. So I would probably go to the boss first and then set up a meeting with the boss and so and then go from there. The only thing is you might be committing professional suicide doing something like that. I just can't let people get away with stuff like that. But
Yeah.
what about you're involved with somebody, okay?
Hmm.
And your friend me goes, well, he's all right. Well, you can do better, but I'm really happy. Yeah, but he's not up to your caliber or something like that. What do you do then? Because your
Hmm.
frenemy is probably, I would say, single and
Miserable.
miserable, and this person doesn't want you to be happy or you to have a relationship,
That's
and she
that's
starts.
exactly it.
Okay, so what do you do then? You choose a
Well,
friend that you've been friends
yeah.
with for 25 years, or you go with the new relationship. What do you do? Because then I think it starts to erode the confidence you have in the new relationship. Well, yeah, she might be right. Well, she wouldn't do that to me. Well, she wouldn't, you know, make up lies or anything like that. But what do you do? What do you do?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like if you're so the scenario would be 25-year friendship over the partner. How long you with the partner? Is it brand new?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
are
brand new.
you was
So
everything fine prior to the partner? Like, you were going
yeah,
out with this friend, having
yeah,
cocktails with this friend, everything was good, and then once you
yeah,
met somebody,
yeah.
well,
Well, what do you do? So what would
that
you do?
person's got issues. They got
Okay, but
issues. You have to look at the bigger
okay,
picture. Here's the thing. So
but the
it's a
frenemy
20.
doesn't want you to be happy. The frenemy
Right.
wants you to yourself.
So you have to let that go because that's toxic. Now,
Yeah.
if the partner and you do not work out at the end of the day, you lost a friendship and you lost a partner.
So what do you do
You have a cocktail. What are
with
you going to
who?
do?
With
Yourself.
both of
What are you
them?
going to do? You have no friend. You have no friend. No, seriously though, but if everything is fine until you meet somebody and now you're spending your time not with your friend of 25 years, but with your new love, and she's or he's jealous of that new love because they don't have that and they're
Yeah.
miserable, that's their
Yeah.
problem. They have to go off to the side. You have to
Mhm.
live your life and that be it.
Mhm.
That's how I feel about that. I'm
Yeah, but
probably going to get hate mail now.
no, not at all. I agree with you, but um how do you come to a realization that your friend that you thought was a great friend is a frenemy. What do you do?
It's sad. It's sad. What do you there's nothing you
What do
can
you
do.
do?
You
No.
just have to accept it. You have to accept it and move on. You can't there's were you
Well,
gonna dwell and be sad for
I'm a
days?
dweller. I'm a dweller. Yeah,
Well, you
I
gotta let
dwell.
it go. You gotta let it go. You know what? Because they're not dwelling.
Well, you see, well,
They run because they made you dwell. They're
that's
off
very
doing
true.
they're making somebody else miserable
That
because they're
I know.
miserable.
I know. But you know what one of my friends used to call me? The queen of second chances. That's what they used to call me because this is because I used to um I would try to understand why somebody's saying this, and I'd be not try to psychoanalyze people, but to say, okay, why are they saying this? Why are they acting this way? Let's try to talk it out. Let's this, let's that.
No.
But I'm like you, Lisa. But it takes a ton for me to say once I'm done,
It's actually very
I'm done.
scary how I can shut somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought about that about like what's that say about me as a person? Like that I
Mm-hmm.
can but it's like I'll use Mary's point. There's a process. You go through a little
Okay.
bit of a process. So I'll go through that process. I'll be like, okay, this person's not really good for me. But you don't want to lose somebody, but you also want to be aware of what they're doing.
Right.
If they don't mean to do what they're doing, and you have that talk, and they realize I didn't realize I was doing that. My apologies, and it's goes away, and everything's fine. But after that, if they continue to do the same thing, you gotta cut them out because you're gonna just be miserable. You're not gonna be healthy, mind, body, and soul at the end of the day.
Well,
You gotta
Mary's
cut
right.
them right out.
I went through a grieving process, letting go of quite a number of people these past few years, and it really hurts. And this one person, I I gave a second chance to, and this person pulled the rug out from under me again. And I thought, okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I just tried to be kind. And when I'm
Yeah.
treated unkindly, I'll tell you, I've got thin skin, and
Yeah.
getting my feelings hurt, man, I'm just like, oh
She's
man,
talking about me, everybody. We had a fist
no,
fight and
oh my,
everything. We had a fist
no, oh my
fight.
god,
We
oh
pulled
wait,
hair. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
no,
No,
what
but
Lisa did,
I understand what you're saying. I'm teasing you.
I know you are, but I want to say something about you. Is when I first met you, um, there's a big thing about energy. Okay, we can feel people's energy. Believe it or not, if you've ever met somebody and instantly you don't like their energy, that's your intuition, your soul, your higher self. We're not even going to go there tonight,
Yeah.
but that's something talking to you, going danger, danger. And what happened is when I met this one person walked into the room and instantly I felt negativity. And then the next day or an hour later, Lisa walked into the room and we went, hey, and we just like, and we just hit it off right away because I could tell by her energy. I could tell she was genuine, authentic in that moment. And I am learning now to trust uh, my intuition about people because I don't want to deal with any more frenemies anymore. Like I said, in
Yeah.
the past 2 years, I've let go of a lot of people. There was a grieving process, but Mary wrote before The Art of Letting Go. And
Oh,
it really
it's
is,
it's really hard. I have a problem. I'll tell you. We should probably have a show on that, letting go. Um,
yes, absolutely. I'm writing it
I
down.
I will say that it's hard. Like, that will be another show because if I go down that rabbit hole, we'll be talking about that, and I don't want to do that. And we have to end tonight at 7:30, guys. Um, no, letting go is not easy, good or bad. It's a blessing and a curse, all
Mm-hmm.
in the same. And we'll have a show on that because that's something I want to talk about. Um, no, I think in my younger years, like when my kids were younger. Probably more so my oldest, Joey. When he was younger, I think of a few people, frenemy wise. But you know, I think as you age, you evolve. You know, I'm
Yeah.
50, so it's different. So,
Hmm.
through the years, you realize at the end of the day, you're going to have people that are going to, everybody's taking a train with you. Okay. And this is something I think I sent this to Danny a long, long time ago. So, everybody, you're taking a train with all these people. Okay. Some people are going to get on the train and get right off. Then there's going to be people that come on the train and they're going to be on that train with you for life.
Hmm.
um you know the ones that don't have good intentions or ill
Yeah.
will towards you or don't want to
Hmm.
see you succeed, they're going to get off.
Yeah.
They're just going to they're going to get off. And I do believe there's a higher power. I believe that God is watching and he does all those puzzle pieces. I think that you have friends like you and I,
Hmm.
friends
Absolutely.
for years. Are we
Hmm.
going on 9 years?
Really? And
10?
here's the cool
No,
part.
no, 9. It might be 9. And we don't talk every single day, and we didn't talk for
Yeah.
a long time just because
Right.
life. And I'm flighty. I'm the Phoebe of
Oh,
this
we're
little
not.
group here.
No.
Um, and we can pick up the phone the following day and just talk
Like,
like it
yeah.
was the day before.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of my friends are like that,
Hmm.
because life happens. It is what it is. And I could tell you just by looking at this comment board here,
Hmm.
the people that I know, I can get on the phone with them tomorrow, the people I haven't talked to in a long time, and just pick up where we left off from the time before. That's true friends. The frenemies
Yeah.
that do not have good intentions for you and want to see you fail and be miserable because they're not happy.
I'll
That's who
tell
you
you
have to watch
something.
out for.
One thing I found interesting is when you have an old friend, like seriously, over 25, 30 years that has stuck around. Do you ever have a disagreement with them? Ever,
Yes.
ever, ever? Because I have
Yes.
disagreements with my friends.
Leslie.
Yeah,
Is
but
Leslie on? Leslie. I disagree with Leslie a lot.
okay. Well, Leslie, but the thing is you stay friends with Leslie because you know it's a genuine
Yeah.
um, relationship, that not relationship, friendship. Because we
Jesus.
barely talked about toxic relationships. We're going to have to talk about toxic relationships another time because time is running a little short. And I'm sorry, you guys, I have to book it at 7:30. I have a previous engagement that I cannot miss. Um, but I think I wanted to go through. Marie said there are seasons for everyone that enter, reasons for everyone that enters your life. It's those experiences and interactions that teach you what's important and what's not.
Yeah.
But make no mistake, there is a reason for every single interaction. You're right about that.
Good or bad. I will tell you, I'm going to leave on this because we have a few minutes.
Yeah.
Through the years, and it's not frenemies. Okay. So I don't, I want to make that clear. When you're friends with people and then you fall off for whatever the reason, you had disagreements, you had a fight, whatever the problem is. I treasure every single friendship I've had my entire life, even if we're not friends, even if I find you to be evil. We're not friends, but you
Not
are my
me.
friend and I created no, I you created memories at some point in time in that friendship. That part you treasure. I mean, at least for this is for me. Everybody's different. I treasure all of the friendships that I had through the years, even if we're not
Mhm.
close today and we're not friends today. You were a part of my life in some way, shape, or form. You were a part of my kids' life, some way, shape, or form. I
Right.
treasure those memories.
Um, I do, but then I go back to a grieving process all over again of, well, I'm not friends with them
We
anymore.
have to have a letting
Mhm.
go show.
Yes, I agree with you. We
You
do.
need to. I have
Um,
a friend, Heather Jager. She taught me years ago. You go to the beach, you grab those feelings, and you
mhm.
throw it in the ocean. Go to the beach and throw those negative feelings in the ocean. They're gone forever because it's the ocean.
Okay, I could do that. Wow.
All right.
I
So,
do want to say, Christine, first of all, hi, Christine. It's good to see you. And she said, yes, I feel people's energy. I agree. This chick who
Mhm.
screwed me had bad mojo. She's a me, me, me person. Look at me with all the men. Oh, God. Yeah, go away, whoever that is. But thank you guys for showing up tonight. You know, I know it's the holiday season. It's getting very, very busy, and it's
Yeah.
very much appreciated. And I'm sorry I have to go quickly because this is a really good one. I do apologize. Lisa, should we do a part two of this? I think. What do you think?
So the first person that answers that, should we do a part two? Put it in the
Somebody talk.
comments
Yeah,
now.
yeah, right
You got
now.
you got 2 seconds.
Choppity chop, chop, chop.
Should we do part two
Come on. We want to do a part two. Thanks, Deb. It was good to see you.
with a special guest? You got it.
Yes, Christine says yes. Woo!
All
Okay.
right. We'll do a part
Yes.
two.
Sure.
All right.
Hi, Joyce.
So,
Thank you.
real
Okay.
quick, you ready? You can find us
Ready.
on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Next Monday, holiday cocktails. We're going to have cocktails on the show, guys. So
Yes,
bring your
we are.
cocktails and traditions.
Hmm.
That would be a fun show. So be there. And what would you like to add, Helen?
Just thank you, everybody. Stay safe. And we're going to do a part two in January. I think this was a really good show. Thanks for tuning in. I love you, Lisa.
Love you. Love you,
Okay.
everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.